Hi everyone, welcome to our channel, a cosy little space where we capture fun and lovely memories with my two adorable girls and our favourite stuffies, Bubble and Thomas. Today's episode of Thomas and Bubble is called The Rainy Day Surprise, starring Priscilla Ruthie Bubble the Turtle, Thomas the Raccoon. Special guests, Daddy, Mummy. It was a bright morning when Mummy tied Ruthie's hair and helped Priscilla zip her backpack. "Have a wonderful day, my loves," she said. "I'll be there to pick you up later." Ruthie grinned. "It's our field trip day," she said, eyes sparkling. Bubble, the baby turtle, peeked from her backpack and whispered, "Adventure time." Priscilla smiled too, hugging Thomas, the little raccoon. "See you later, Mummy." Mummy waved as they climbed into the car. Everything felt calm and happy. Ruthie and her classmates boarded the big yellow bus. They laughed and sang as they rolled toward the Science Museum. Bubble pressed his tiny flippers against the window. So many buildings! So many clouds! The museum was full of wonders, stars, dinosaurs, and glowing experiments that made everyone's eyes wide with amazement. When the trip ended, Ruthie and Mummy went to the eye doctor for her checkup. Bubble sat quietly beside Ruthie, watching the machines whir and blink. But time ticked on, and on, and on. Mommy looked at her watch and whispered, "Oh no, we're running late. I promised Priscilla that I'd pick her up." Bubble frowned. "Can we make it in time?" Mommy shook her head gently. "We'll try our best." Meanwhile, at school, the sky turned grey. Raindrops began to tap on the classroom window like little drummers. Priscilla packed her things and looked toward the door. "Mummy said she'd come," she murmured softly. Thomas, sitting in her backpack, patted her shoulder. "Maybe she's on the way. Rain can be tricky, you know." But Priscilla crossed her arms. "I want Mummy," she said, her little voice trembling. The rain grew heavier. Cars lined up outside, their headlights glowing like tiny stars. And then, through the curtain of rain, Priscilla saw a familiar car. "Daddy!" He was soaked but smiling. "Hop in, sweetheart," he said, opening the door. Priscilla climbed in but didn't smile. "I wanted Mummy," she whispered. Thomas looked at Daddy's wet coat and said softly, "He came through the storm for you." Priscilla glanced at Daddy and saw the raindrops glistening on his hair. Her heart felt a tiny bit warmer. When they got home, Mummy was waiting at the door. She knelt down and hugged Priscilla tightly. "I'm so sorry, honey. The appointment took much longer than I expected." Priscilla looked up. "I thought you forgot me." Mummy smiled gently. "Never. Sometimes things don't go the way we plan. There can be a story behind what we see." Bubble nodded. "Like a mystery under the rain." Thomas added, "That's why we should never judge too quickly." Priscilla thought about the rain, Daddy's long drive, and Mummy's worried face. She smiled and said, "Next time, I'll remember to ask before I judge." Mummy hugged both girls close. "That's my wise little ones." That night, as the rain whispered against the windows, Bubble and Thomas snuggled beside the girls and whispered, "Even on stormy days, Love always finds its way home. Lesson of the day. Look beyond what you see. Sometimes things don't go the way we expect, and that's okay. Before we judge a situation or a person, it helps to pause and understand the story behind it. When we take the time to listen, ask questions, and show kindness, we discover that the world is full of reasons, patience, and love quietly waiting behind every cloud.